with Disney's latest animated movie out right now, Moana, I think it's time to celebrate that fact by doing my top 10 best Disney animated movies. And I have the list right here on my phone. I'm not gonna show it yet, but I will get into it in just a sec. But first, I want to say one thing. Every time I do a top 10 video, I always say this. Remember, this is all opinionated. It's just my opinion. It's not a fact. So don't go crazy in a comment if you don't agree with me. Like, for example, if your favorite Disney animated movie doesn't make this list, just don't be that one person in the comments like, I'm gonna murder you in your sleep tonight. Just don't do that. It's just my opinion. Just go with it. Okay, so yeah, this is my top 10 best Disney animated movies video, and let's start off number 10 with Lilo and Stitch. Lilo and Stitch is one of those movies that I absolutely love, and it did get made into a show. If anyone asks me which one I prefer, the movie or the show, kind of hard. I love both, probably just about the same. And Lilo and Stitch is, you gotta love Stitch. He is one of the most iconic Disney characters of all time. I can't do his voice though, cause it's cringe, and it's okay. Lilo and Stitch, it's a Disney movie, so it has to have heart and it has a great message. Moana means no one gets left behind because they're in your family forever, and it's just a great movie. It's funny, it's action packed, and you gotta love Stitch. Come on, who doesn't have the guts to love Stitch? Okay, so yeah, moving on to number 9. Number 9 is, and this may come to you guys as a surprise, but okay, number 9 is The Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh. Yeah, I had this DVD for about 9 years, because it says 2007 on the bottom right corner right here. And okay, you guys are probably thinking, wait a minute, John, you're in high school, you're a sophomore in high school, you're 16 years old, and you love Winnie the Pooh. Wow, you are so childish. Okay, here's the thing. I grew up with Winnie the Pooh, and you gotta love Tigger. You gotta love Tigger, too. And Winnie the Pooh is honestly one of the most innocent characters of all time. Just look at his face right here. Just, did that look like a criminal? He is one of the most innocent characters in any movie, TV show, or anything, really. And so The Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh is a compilation of 3 shorts. It's Winnie the Pooh and a Honey Tree, Winnie the Pooh and a Blustery Day, which won an Oscar back in 1968, and Winnie the Pooh and Tigger 2. I love all 3 shorts. They're so classic, they're so iconic, and they're really nostalgic, and I can sum them up in one word: childhood. I will never forget these shorts and this movie as a whole. Okay, so let me read the list first. Okay, coming in at number 8 is Lady and the Tramp. I remember when I first watched it, I think I was like 5 or 6. Yeah, I was 6, because it says 2006 DVD release right here, but whatever, you guys don't care. So yeah, I remember when I first watched Lady and Tramp. I wasn't a huge fan of it. I thought it was an overrated movie. I was like, oh, 2 dogs fall in love? Oh, that's so cliche. That's so stupid. That's so boring. Oh, this movie sucks. Okay, I was a little brat back then, okay? I just couldn't help myself. I wasn't into those kind of movies, but now I love those. Lady and Tramp, great story, great characters, great music. It has a really heartwarming story. It's just so iconic, and it's one of the... And the pasta scene where they're like, they have the pasta in their mouth and they like, and they kiss. That's such an iconic scene. And just, if you guys haven't seen Lady and Tramp, I highly recommend watching it. Like, for example, if you have a date out on Valentine's Day, like if you have your girlfriend or boyfriend over, pop this in. Do it. You'll never regret it. It's a great movie to watch on Valentine's Day. Okay, so yeah. Coming in at number 7, it's probably the most underrated movie on this list. Coming in at number 7 is Peter Pan. My Twitter notification right there. Okay, so coming in at number 7 is Peter Pan, of course, and yeah, Peter Pan is probably Disney's most underrated movie. I wouldn't say the most, but it's one of them though. Not that much people talk about this anymore because when it first came out, a lot of people called it racist because that one song about the Indians, like what makes the red man red. It's a great song, but back then it was considered racist. So stupid. And this movie's low on Rotten Tomatoes. It has like a 75%. I mean, that's good, but it deserves like 100% in my book. I would give it an A+. It's literally a little boy's imagination. You have everything. Pirates, Indians, flying. In a world literally full of imagination. It's just a great movie, Peter Pan. And Captain Hook is it's one of my favorite Disney villains of all time. He's so funny and so... He's sometimes scary, but he's really funny though. And it has a great lesson. Like, just because you don't have to grow up to appreciate everything that kids love, or it was something like that. It was like a lesson about like never growing up. It's just a great lesson, and everyone can relate to it. And okay, so coming in at number 6 is, oh, my arm's getting tired. Okay, so coming in at number 6 is The Little Mermaid. Yeah, I love. This was back when Disney, everyone was expecting Disney to make great movies. It was the start of the Disney Renaissance. This kicked it off. I love The Little Mermaid. It's one of my favorite Disney movies of all time. Okay, I don't feel comfortable telling you guys this, but Ariel is pretty hot. Moving on. So yeah, I love the songs. It has a great story, so iconic, and a lot of people say Prince Eric looks like me. I don't see it. I don't see it at all. And so yeah, Under the Sea, yeah, that song is so iconic. I love it. And so yeah, if you guys haven't seen The Little Mermaid, it's so iconic. It's one of my favorite Disney movies of all time, and it kicked off what was known as the Disney Renaissance. Great movie. Okay, so coming in at number 5 is... This movie is a bit recent. It came out like 4 years ago, but whatever. It's one of my favorite. WreckIt Ralph. This was for a while my favorite Disney movie for a while, and I absolutely loved WreckIt Ralph. I wouldn't call it the best animated Disney movie, but it's one of them though. It's one of my favorite of all time. It's one of my favorites of all time. Doesn't make any sense. And one of the things that makes it work is that every actor in this movie is they're casted great. Like John C. Reilly plays the big doofus Ralph. Jane Lynch, right here, the gym teacher from Glee, she's in it. She plays the badass commander, and Sarah Silverman plays the little brat right here, and Jack McBrayer plays the hero. And it's just a great movie. It's so funny. Wreck-It Ralph. And this movie's better than Frozen. This movie deserves Frozen popularity. I'm gonna be the one to say it. Frozen is overrated. I don't care what anyone says. And it's just a great movie, Wreck-It Ralph. And if you haven't seen it, go check it out. It's literally a gamer's dream come true. And out of all the video games movies that we haven't given, this is the best video game movie of all time, in my opinion. Okay, so coming in at number 4. Okay, this movie might be a bit too recent for some. You're gonna be like, wait, that movie's too recent. Whatever. I honestly don't care what anyone says. Zootopia. This movie came out back in March, and when I watched it for the first time, it instantly became one of my favorite Disney movies of all time. The trailer sucked, though. The trailers made it seem like it was gonna be some like generic Disney kids movie. But little did I know it would become one of my favorite Disney movies of all time. And it has a surprisingly mature story. It's funny. The voice cast is great. Jason Bateman is casted great as the fox Nick, and Judy and Nick's chemistry is great. So if you guys haven't seen Zootopia, it's great. One of my favorite Disney movies of all time, and I absolutely love myself for putting it on this list. Yeah, and And yeah, this movie's gonna win an Oscar. I guarantee it. Best animated movie of this entire year, hands down. Okay, so the last three movies. I don't own this movie on Blu-ray. I regret that. So coming in at number 3 is Aladdin. It's funny because today is the anniversary of Aladdin. Oop, I have the notification on my phone from ESPN. So yeah, Aladdin. It's one of my favorite Disney movies of all time. Like I said, top 3 is number 3, and great songs, A Whole New World, Friend Like Me, rest in peace, Robin Williams. That's probably the most iconic voice in like any animated movie. Robin Williams as the genie. It's so iconic. It's so sad of what happened to him. We never had a friend like him. Got that reference? Hey. Okay, so coming in at number 2 is Beauty and the Beast. This was, everyone called it one of the best Disney movies of the 90s. Is it the best Disney movie of the 90s? No. But it's one of them, though. I'm excited for the remake next year. I hope it's great. I don't think it's going to be better than an animated movie, but I think it's going to be great, though. And this movie, when it premiered at the New York Film Festival, I think it got a standing ovation for an animated movie. That's hard to believe, because usually live-action movies get standing ovation for an animated movie. Wow. And Beauty and the Beast was the first animated movie to get nominated for Best Picture, and it didn't win. Tragic. But overall, yeah, Beauty and the Beast is one of my favorite Disney movies of all time. Great characters, great songs by Alan Menken. I think that's his name is, yeah. And Gaston, great villain. And yeah, great movie. Beauty and the Beast. Tale as old as time, song as old as rhyme. Okay, so now we're moving on to number 1, and yeah, a lot of you guys may think that this is a surprise, but my number 1 favorite animated Disney movie is The Lion King. I don't own it on Blu-ray because I'm an idiot. And what makes The Lion King my favorite animated Disney movie is that it's basically Hamlet with animals, but it takes Disney in a whole new direction. And the animation's great, the songs are great, the story's great. It's just, the characters are great. Hakuna Matata, great song. And it's just such a great movie, The Lion King. And it will always remain my favorite animated Disney movie of all time. Okay, guys, so that's it for my top 10 best animated Disney movies list. I'm so out of breath. I've been talking so much. Okay, guys, so I have a question for you guys. What are your top 10 favorite animated Disney movies? Or are you guys gonna go see Moana? Or if you have, what do you think of it? What have you thought of it? Comment below and let me know. And if you want to see more videos, just be sure to subscribe.